This video demonstrates the process of programming your bot to create a header row in your CSV file. When you are ready to work on your bot, go ahead and close your CSV file. We will be working in the same bot that we created in the last part of the case to analyze our data and generate a dashboard. If you have navigated out of your bot, you can easily get back into your bot using the Bots, My Bots menu, and then you would go ahead and find your bot. Remember, we named our bot Popping Bots, and you can open up the Workbench again by clicking on the name. Once we do, we can see our Workbench just as we left it. We're going to create a header row in our CSV file to allow us to easily identify the data that is written into the CSV file. Our header row will be record ID, order number, year, quantity, product price, subtotal, tax, total, state, and a new variable that we haven't created yet, undiscounted purchase price. Remember, the placement of actions is important as the bot performs each action in sequence. Since we are adding a header row to our CSV file, we will want the bot to perform this action fairly early. We can click on the first command that we created in the original bot program to place our new command near the top. Remember, the action will be added immediately following the action that's currently highlighted on our workbench. To add our header row, we're going to use the Log to File action. Navigate on the Actions menu down to the Log to File option and click it to expand. Then go ahead and double-click on Log to File to add it to our workbench. Now that the command has been added to our workbench, we can easily move it to the top position by clicking on it and dragging it so that it appears above the CSV text file. We now need to configure our command. The first thing that we need to do is we need to tell our bot where to find our file. So go ahead and click on the Browse button. And then once we're in our Browse button, go ahead and navigate to the folder where you saved the CSV file. Click on it and then click on Open. The next thing that we need to tell the bot what to do is what is it going to put into this file. We're going to do that in the Enter Text to Log box. And what we need to remember is that we're logging data into a CSV file. That means that if we want values to go into different columns, we need to put a comma in between each of the values that we write in. Since this is a header row that we see, not that the bot necessarily reads, spaces are going to be okay, and we can use normal naming conventions for what we would like to say. So we're going to write in our header row, beginning with the record ID. And then we need to make sure that we put in our comma, and then we can go ahead and type in our order number, and then our year, quantity, product price, subtotal, tax, total, state, and then the column for our new variable, undiscounted purchase price. Note I didn't put a space in between my commas simply because I'm telling the text file that each comma is going to create a new column. So I don't necessarily need to add a space between these because the bot will know automatically that in a CSV file, the values are to be separated by the commas, not by spaces. We're going to leave the default option to append to the existing log file checked, and we're going to leave the coding as ANSI since that's what we have. So now that we've configured our log to file command, we can go ahead and hit apply. Remember, we want to save often, so go ahead and click save. We can run our bot here to make sure that it's working. Go ahead and run your bot. And just like the last time, we may not see very much happen here. But now if we navigate back into our CSV file, as long as we coded our log to file command appropriately, we'll see our header row appear in our CSV file. Again, we're going to want to go ahead and delete that out before we continue and save this again as a blank CSV file, because we have told the bot to go ahead and append into that file, meaning just keep adding on to the CSV file each time you write data. So unless you want multiple header rows, we need to go ahead and delete out our header row for right now and save it as a blank CSV file, knowing that we have accomplished our task of writing a header row.